Well, for about a week now, we have heard district after district around the Bay Area describe this as sort of the ultimate step, the lever you do not want to have to throw unless you absolutely have to. Just yesterday, San Francisco said it was inclined not to close the schools. Well, today, the city changed course.
Instead of doing reactive school-by-school closures, we're going to focus the next 3 weeks on how we can provide essential supports for our community in this new reality.
Saying a school-by-school response will not work. San Francisco will close them all for 3 weeks, effective Monday. They also stress that even longer-term planning is underway in case the health threat does not subside.
We need the time to plan, prepare, and train staff on how to operate schools during this epidemic.
This decision was made under intense pressure. Teacher and staff unions were calling for a shutdown, as were some elected officials at City Hall.
If there was somebody who was affected by the virus, it would spread very quickly in a school. So let's take a couple weeks, where we don't have school, and let's figure out what we need to do next.
But we do deem that schools are essential, not non-essential.
Just this morning, the governor's office was advising against district-wide closures, noting that many students depend on school for food and many parents depend on school for childcare.
Emergency room doctor, nurse practitioner, and you have kids, and you have no capacity to have those kids at home without your own presence being there.
We will be setting up ways to continue to provide meals for our students who rely on them. We are considering what, if any, child care options we can extend to families during this unplanned closure.
So the decision has been made, and as for what comes next.
And we will be coming out with more information, but I want to say right now, if you're asking if we have all the answers at this point, we don't, but our goal is to get more and more answers out.
All right, so just the decision made just the last couple hours. Obviously, this now just getting out to parents who are going to have to figure out what to do for 2 weeks. And then spring break is sort of the third week of that break. It's kind of built in for them there. Now, what changed their mind? If you remember that there were the students at Lakeshore Elementary that were reported to have a respiratory illness last night. That is why that school campus-specific closure happened. Those cases were described in this press conference just 2 hours ago as likely coronavirus cases. Now, the tests are not conclusive yet. We don't know for sure, but that's the way they were described. The district said they did not want to get into a process of having to play whack-a-mole every time a case came up at a specific school. And so there we have it, the decision to close district-wide effective Monday. We are live in San Francisco. Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.
All right, Wilson, we appreciate it. Thanks. San Francisco Unified joins other schools shutting down, including San Francisco Archdiocese schools, UC Berkeley, Stanford, SF State, and SJSU.